Robert.
Yo, what's shaking AC?
Oh, I was thinking, actually, okay, so it's been 4 years since the AC roundtables, and I'm pretty sure we started these rants just a little bit before that. So we forgot to celebrate our 4-year rant anniversary.
Oh,
Rantversary.
yeah, absolutely. I think we're at like this is episode 152, probably, if I
Okay.
remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. So whoever's watching, if you've got like
Apparently, yeah. Don't fact check that. But
yeah.
like, seriously, if I think we might be at like 3 followers by now.
Those are free public followers. Most of them follow us in the dark. They're like, these guys are awesome, but I can't actually like follow them.
Oh, right. They secretly watch it and don't tell their friends.
Yeah.
The three that follow us is still like my mom, your sister,
Yeah, I know,
right?
right?
Hopefully we'll get to 4 soon.
Cool. I'm totally digging the polka dots on your blazer.
That's sunshine.
That's sunshine.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're actually getting some good weather. We're getting some spring weather.
I hear you. It's gonna get hot over there in the next few days. Anyways, whatever. That's so cliche.
That's
How's the
not, yeah,
weather?
yeah, I'll talk about the weather. That's neither here nor there. I've
Yeah,
never said that expression, but I thought that would be fun to say.
so many expressions. We can circle back, follow up, get some
Yeah, we've
low-hanging
done
fruit,
that before. We've
lift
done
the
that.
hood, double click, peel back the onion,
Yeah.
zoom out.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. Listen. So the thing with franchising is, when you're as a franchisor, when you're awarding a franchise, or some people call it selling a franchise, I would almost say that this is the most difficult thing on the planet to sell. It's even more difficult than like a home. People are like, houses must be tough to sell because, they're a massive investment. But buying a franchise is not only a massive financial investment, but it's a massive personal investment. There's a lot of you have to like give up your job, you put your family at risk, all this sort of stuff to follow this dream. And so a
And
lot, yep,
and and you're locked into a contract. Whereas when you buy a home, you could sell it in a year if you
yeah,
want.
absolutely. So kudos to
I guess,
anyone
well,
out.
by the way, I guess you can sell a franchise. Sorry. You can sell your franchise if you want, but you're still in a the point is you're in a contract versus not being in a contract is what I
Yeah,
was.
exactly. So I want to say kudos to all the Fran Dev people out there because you're doing one of the most difficult jobs in business development that exists. Um, Anyways, so where am I going with this? You have this massive pandemic that shuts everything down, and a lot of franchisors lose a lot of locations, and the franchisees typically are fairly understanding that it is as a result of lockdowns and things like that. But to get going after that, this isn't like selling a house or selling a TV or a car. It's not like, all right, we just market. There's a long sales cycle that you have to go through. Your candidate has to make these decisions and all that sort of stuff. And you're spending basically like you're trying to recoup decades worth of sales work within a short period of time to get yourself back on the feet. And I'm very fortunate as the franchisor of Control V to right now have an exploding lead funnel. Like there are so many people that are interested in opening a Control V, probably most we've ever had. So this is great news. However, there is one thing that I keep stumbling upon, and every time I see this, I just bury my face in my hands. I speak to a lot of potential candidates who come at this and they say, I will never open a franchise. I will never franchise, they say, over my dead body. They say, I'm skeptical because the last franchise I was in, I was so burnt and everything went wrong and all this sort of stuff. And as I dig further, it usually all focuses back on the support of the franchisees. And I just like, I feel like publicly getting out there and saying, franchisors, what the heck are you doing? Like, what's going through your mind? How can you be selling people something that is so heavy on their shoulders and then just leaving them? Not only are you jeopardizing them, but you're getting all the good franchisors now to be running against the wind, and battling. Like, give your head a shake.
It kind of it, okay, this is a definite rant.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like insurance, how like insurance goes higher and higher because of the people that abuse it for the rest of us
Hmm.
and ruin it for the rest of us. So that's kind of what also I'm hearing there. So yeah, I think it's very sad that there are people out there that think that franchising is just I'm giving you the trademark and I'm giving you an operations manual. Good luck. I mean, I have to say, it used to be more like that, but as competition increases and as more and more franchise businesses exist, there's more and more people becoming franchisees, and that leads to more and more, opportunity for failure or success.
Mhm.
And so I think it's a key point. Obviously, I believe in franchisee support, good franchisee support. I know that's the first time you've heard that, right?
Yep.
You get me ranting, but so yeah, I agree that it's unfortunate, and I think that's where I think we have a responsibility to fix that, like to you as a franchisor to do it right. Obviously at AC Inc, our mission is to help franchisors understand what it really means to take care of franchisees, but not we've done a rant about this a long time ago, but not doing everything for them, but supporting them on their business journey.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I think, gets confused, is people think like they end up, doing everything for the franchisee, and then they just create a problem because they create dependencies and things. And
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've spoken to some of these franchisors that are causing these problems, sometimes I actively seek them out and want to be like, what's going through your head? And sometimes just bump into each other over beers and they start sharing things. What I've sort of noticed is, they fall into one of two categories. One is where they have such a high level of maybe ego is the right word or the wrong word, but they actually do this maliciously in the sense they go, okay, thanks for your money. Here's your table of contents. Just follow this. I don't have the time to help you. You're an adult. Just do it. I don't care what anyone else is saying. I know what's going on, right? So it's a little bit more nefarious. Then the other type of franchisor that I find contributes to this problem is the one that's actually oblivious to what needs to be done.
yeah.
They want to do things in like with intention and do it well, but just from their simple Google searches, they see, people license a model from you, and that's where they think it ends, right? And I think it's the role of somebody or a team like AC Inc. to try to fix that and adjust it. And that's probably, a fiduciary liability of all franchisors or people within franchising to try to fix that. Now, if you have somebody who's oblivious to this and then they're shown the light and they still kind of say, nah, I don't believe you. Okay, well, then I'm going to classify them into the first group here.
I would say that those people are often operating out of fear, because what it means they have to do is invest in their field teams. And if you were to ask why do they not invest, it's because they don't believe that there's going to be ROI. So that's my job and AC Inc.'s job to show them what our ROI is. I can give one example right now, is that performance groups that we facilitate, where we're in that sort of fractional field coaching role where we're helping support franchisees for brands. We've seen franchisees up 25% in revenue because of this proactive, proper coaching. You tell me, they're like, okay, what's 25% of, like, what's your 8% of that added 25% revenue? There's your ROI. There are stats and things you can measure, but it's new, right? That's so anyway, I hear you though, as a franchisor, that you struggle, like it's that there's a reputation there's people that have been burned by franchising, which is very unfortunate. And
Yeah.
thank goodness there's people out there that do care.
Yeah, and I kind of want to like whoever is taking the sword and shield of being the champion for this for the franchise industry, whether that's some sort of association or a amalgamation of people or whatever, like I want to call them out and be like, you guys need to bring this to the top of your list. I know you're doing so many other things to quote unquote help franchising, but the things that are damaging franchising is seeming like it's being ignored.
Well, you're speaking my language. I'm working on it.
Good. Okay.
Well, let's keep doing that. Sound good?
Sounds good. Let's wrap it up.
All right.
Okay. Three,
Ready?
2, 1. Go
Go
be
be
awesome.
awesome.